Hello guys, and welcome back to Rescue the Drowned Guy, where we're heading back to Tampa to get some, to bring a mom back, her lost son, and get a treasure map. And we're about 4 days out. And we're about going to be a bosun relatively soon. And in Tampa, you can see we have our first plant, and it's a dye plant, and it produces 0.5 because there's only 7 people working there. But people are coming. It takes 100 people to fill up one of our plants. As it is it's 25 workers, so it's 1 to 4 basically. 25 workers bring along 75 family. And we can just simply go to New Orleans. And I want to check for a ship first. And there is a ship. It is a Corvette that will fit 120 people, or a bark. And we're going to buy the bark. And we will...
Tampa is having difficulties.
There's just a lack of people. So, we're gonna set the New Orleans, the Panda on a trade route. And that trade route's gonna be one down here. And we're gonna have it take 15 days. And it'll be set on profit. So I mainly really only needed to do the manual stuff for the routes that will hit Tampa, because I need to actually tell them to get from the warehouse and stuff. So this one will be called the Snake, and this will be the one that we sail around. And we just became a bosun. You can see these rings go pretty fast. But the bosun next up is Chief Officer, and I need 115,000 gold. That's a good deal of gold. But we'll be fine. As you can see, we just keep going up and up and up. But I just bought a ship. And with that ship, I will get a whole bunch of settlers and head to Tampa. You can see we have the most in Tampa. We are not at war with anybody, so we don't have to worry about that. And you can see we currently need people in Tampa. We need 22. Which means that we should bring times 4 would be 80. Where's this one? Okay, that one. Which would be a lot. So we can just go here and dump off all of them. Wait a little bit, and you can see we got full production. And Tampa's going to 1200. And our residents are almost full. So while we're here, I'm actually going to start the production of something else. Actually, let's finish up the dye farm. So we'll just keep building this until I can't build any. I have to build a new one. So we're going to need another 2 residences. Technically, but I'll see what I can do with just 1, and we'll get rent and stuff from it.
Nice to see you. Tampa is having difficulties.
The Tampa's difficulties is what? Like a drought or something? Advisor. Oh, lack of building materials. So we'll go and get some. We'll probably hit Havana and get some bricks. Oh, there's a hurricane coming. So while we're here, we'll pick up a bunch of settlers and a bunch of bricks. Head back into Tampa. Sell all the bricks, and that should fix it. Go back to New Orleans and pick up sailors.
A convoy is in trouble.
And I would imagine that it's the koala, yeah. That is unfortunate. We can see our trade routes have been doing probably okay. The panda has not been doing much. Woohoo! Okay. The ram's doing really well. And that probably means that the panda will be doing very well. And I can probably switch the camel. So apparently the game is better at this than me. So that entire time I was editing my routes, I should have just been switching it to profit. But I'm going to keep it with anything that goes through Tampa so I can adjust the, basically I'll need to adjust the when to sell from my warehouse and stuff, because I don't think the game can really do that. Come on, build. So the only thing that's not building is the residence. That's okay. The informer will give me part of a treasure map.
Here is mate.
And I need more workers. So I will bring... So I brought 100 workers. I'm going to offload. Head back to New Orleans. You can see New Orleans has 1,800. And Tampa has 1,200. We're at war with France, with Spain.
Tampa is having difficulties.
Probably just... Yeah. They need more building materials and more beds. So, we're going to pick up more bricks. And more sailors. And while we're here, we'll see if we can get a letter of marque from the palace. Oh, that's the church. Palace is up here. I need to be a navigator, which is not next. But I will head back to Tampa. And I will just, instead, I should probably just drop off the bricks here and equip most of the sailors and head back to New Orleans. And you can see New Orleans now has 1,300, which is the max amount of people that can fit in any of the houses. But we still need another 25, so in 8 days I'll be able to have that. And you can see this is now producing an entire 6 die, which is actually pretty low. So while we're here, I will equip more sailors. Ooh, we're out of sailors, so we'll just continuing heading around and try to pick up 100. And while we're doing that, I'm going to head into Port St. Joe, which makes cloth, and Pensacola makes cotton and cloth. So actually we're going to go back to Pensacola. Okay. So we're going to try to set up a new
Tampa is having difficulties.
We're going to try to set up some businesses in Pensacola to take we're going to use the cotton that we would make there to make the cloth. We're going to take the cloth down to Tampa where we'll use it with the dyes we make here to make the clothes. We're then going to take the wheat that we make here and take it to Pensacola to make bread. So to do that, there's only, 900 people in Pensacola probably? Yep. To do that, we need to be friends with the town. And we need to have a reputation of 30%. So let's talk to the administrator.
There is something you could do for my
I have to
city.
bring them 43 food, and that will give me the reputation from bringing them food, as well as the
A convoy is in trouble.
reputation that he already promised me. So we'll get some food, and we need 45. And unfortunately, that's going to hurt my reputation in Tampa, but it doesn't really matter. And we'll just drop it all off. Did I do enough, or... Yep. And you can see I'm now like 12%, which is still not enough. So I will continue bringing them goods. And the good way to see that, well, for one, towns have a prosperity. And the prosperity is determined by how much goods there are. So pretty much how many red things they have. The less red things, the better prosperity they'll get, and it'll go up. That's basically how you can also tell how to increase your reputation. If I go into Tampa right now, I can see that it's at 1400, and this is still building. And I should have fulfilled, and I actually have enough people. So this may have been a little bit too late. Oop, I'm about to rank up. But we're now producing 8 a turn. Or 8 a day.
You will surely have encountered the occasional pirate convoy.
And now there's pirates.
Each pirate convoy belongs to a gang, which grows stronger with each successful attack and plunder. Pirates are driven off and hunted by military convoys, but the military are only moderately successful. You are therefore...
Oh, Chief Officer. And next rank is Helmsman, and we need 200,000 gold. Right now we're at 500,000. So, if I look at Tampa, I can see that I have 65 brick in there, and no dies. Probably because, what would it be? The eel just left with all of my dice. So hopefully their trade route takes 11 days, so I'll have 44. So hopefully they won't have a backlog of this type of stuff. But we are in Pensacola, and they need bricks, fruit, hemp, meat, rope, and that. So we can get bricks from New Orleans. Oops, that was the wrong one. Being bricks from New Orleans. They wanted hemp and meat, rum. So I think Havana has rum. I know Evangelista has hemp. Unfortunately, we're at war with them, so I really shouldn't be doing this, but... You know, money talks. Let's see our wealth. So, our wealth. You can change it from in-game time to 12 months, but it's pretty much the same, just absolute skyrocket. Number of businesses have skyrocketed. Houses as well. Cannons as well. Vessels. Daily production has just started going up, and stowage has always been steadily rising. So let's see here. I want rope, and I want hemp, and we'll head back into Pensacola. Let's see, does my advisor still say that Tampa's got a problem? It has low prosperity. But my houses are not completely filled.
Here's to alcohol, the cause and solution to all our problems.
But this is completely staffed. Actually makes 88. So maybe I really hope I'm not overproducing. Well, honestly, I probably am overproducing, but that'll be fine because I'm going to be making clothes hopefully soon. So that won't be too much of a problem. So, there. I brought you that. I brought you that. Brought you that, and I brought you that. Yeah, they like me
Our
enough.
warehouses are always open for business.
So I can build a warehouse, which will go down right there. And then I can also build additional warehouses. But I am going to be needing to build 2 residences. And I am going to put them here, I think. So let's get some brick and wood. One thing that I'm going to do in Tampa is actually expand Come on, architect.
Congratulations. You are now the most popular person in our entire city.
And I'm gonna put up over here 2 sawmills. And then another 2 residences. But I will need...
Tampa is having difficulties.
Yeah, just building material. So I just need to buy a ton of... Okay, first off, anything going through... any of my trade routes that actually go to Tampa, I need to switch that up. And I hope I won't buy any... yeah, okay. So that's that one. And then the deal as well. I know buys wood in Tampa, so we'll just tell them to get it from the warehouse instead. Wood's always going to be in demand, so we don't really have to worry about limiting it. Or like, we don't have to worry about making too much, but we will buy just absolutely all of their bricks. I don't really care if it tanks their respect for me or costs too much. I just need all of them, so I'll buy all that I can do there.
Tampa is having difficulties.
So in Pensacola, I can transfer there, so I will transfer half of them. Okay. And we'll go to Tampa, and we will transfer the other half. But I think it may be that no, they're not out of wood. So basically I don't have any, no, I still have resource problems. So we need more people, right? So we need way more people. So I'll drop off all the sailors. And we'll go and get more sailors. And in Pensacola, I believe we have the warehouse built. Right in the center of town. Yep. And we also don't have enough wood, probably. So I'll go back and get some wood. But first, sailors. And more appropriately, settlers. As they're actually called. But while we're figuring this out, I'm gonna take a break, and I'll see you guys next time.